Hey guys, welcome back to another impressions video, and today I'm going to talk about a game that I started and actually got it on day one, and it wasn't until recently that I picked it up again and finished it, and that game is Super Mario Galaxy 2. This game was very anticipated by me, and as I mentioned before, I got it on day one, and I played it all the way through, I believe, world number 4. And in fact, I completed world number 4, and somehow got sidetracked with other games, and it wasn't until recently that I picked the game up after like two years maybe of a hiatus, if you will, and I'm really glad I did. I just had to beat 2 more worlds, world 5 and 6, in order to beat the game. So I did it, and I'm glad I did, because this game is just fantastic. It's really, it's, I don't want to use the word pinnacle of 3D platforming, but it's definitely up there. Obviously, in my opinion, I still consider Super Mario 64 as the my all-time favorite 3D platformer. And there were so many great 3D platformers on the Nintendo 64, courtesy of Rare, where most likely because they released games like Banjo-Kazooie, Banjo-Tooie. Some people enjoy Donkey Kong 64. Me personally, I didn't, but and then we had other great games like Conkers and so forth. But 3D platformers almost lost that, I guess, importance. And I'm really glad Nintendo, went all out, and they really provided this fresh new experience with the Galaxy games. Obviously, the first Galaxy game was a fresh, a breath of fresh air, in the sense that it was very unique with the whole, smaller worlds and smaller galaxy dynamics, and the whole playing with gravity effects. It was really fun. And when this game first got announced, a lot of people were a little bit skeptical, because this game looks a whole lot like the first one, both graphically and in terms of gameplay. And I was in the same camp. The game looked way too similar to the first one, which is not a bad thing, but you're always hoping to find something more fresh. But this game did surprise me in a very positive way. I think the level design is superior in this version over the original Galaxy. Also, the addition of Yoshi adds a new flavor to the game. I don't know, it's hard to explain. Perhaps a minor complaint that I have is that the Yoshi levels are not used very often in this game. It would have been nice to have more Yoshi levels, because it's really fun playing with Yoshi, and like I mentioned, it's the same type of feeling that the first time you play Super Mario World. Super Mario World was similar to previous side-scrolling Mario games, but the addition of Yoshi really meant a lot. And similarly in Super Mario Galaxy 2, I got that same vibe from the addition of Yoshi. In terms of graphics, this game, it looks phenomenal. As I mentioned before, I got it on day one, but recently I completed it. I just needed to finish the last 2 worlds, and I did play it on my Wii U, which I think it slightly improves the graphics, because it's played through the HDMI cable. I'm not a very technical person when it comes to that, but I've read that it's indeed true that the graphics are slightly improved, and the game looks fantastic. The graphics are colorful. Obviously, they're not HD quality, but the art direction that the game has, coupled with the colorful graphics, it really makes for one of the nicest Nintendo Wii looking games. As far as the controls, it's the same the same pick up and play easy nature found in previous 3D platformers, Mario games. And which is a good thing, because as I mentioned before, I put this game on hold, and it was like a 2 year hiatus that I left the game just sitting there, and I went back to it. And that's the beauty of this type of simplistic games, that you can pick them up anytime. I can play this game 10 years from now, and it's the same simple controls and gameplay mechanics. Nothing too complex, it's just controlling Mario and jump. And obviously there are new power-ups in this game, which I really enjoyed the power-ups. I think you have the Cloud Mario. I have here in the back, they have the power-ups. You have the Cloud Mario, the Rock Mario, and then the obviously the addition of Yoshi. And like I mentioned before, the level design, I think in my opinion, it's better. This game is also, I think, a little bit more difficult than the first Mario Galaxy game. The first Galaxy game, I managed to get all the stars, which I haven't done so yet in this game. I think I'm going to take another break from this game because I have some other games in my backlog, but I'm definitely looking forward to try and get all the stars in this game, because it's a little bit more challenging. So I think it's gonna feel very, very rewarding if I get around to getting all the stars in this game. There are really no negatives or complaints that I have. Perhaps another thing that irked me a little bit, similarly to the first Mario Galaxy, is the whole tacked on star bits collecting. If you guys play this game, you would know, or you would have noticed that there are a lot of star bits throughout the levels, and if you move your Wiimote and use it as a mouse pointer on the screen, you collect those star bits. I think that the whole star bits mechanic, it didn't really add anything to it. I feel like Nintendo was kind of like forced to add something just to say, hey, this is the Wiimote and we want you to use it in the game. So I really didn't think that the star bits collecting was appropriate. In my opinion, the star bits polluted a little bit the whole art direction of the game, if that makes any sense. I don't know, it just irked me a little bit, seeing these beautiful levels and landscapes filled with this all these little pieces of stars that you have to collect. It was a little bit distracting from the overall experience, and it, like I mentioned, it didn't really add anything to the game, because you can defeat enemies by jumping on them, the classic Mario style, or you can also knock enemies down by waggling your Wiimote and doing a spin attack. So the whole shooting your star bits mechanic, in my opinion, just didn't add a whole lot to it. So perhaps that's my only negative of the game. But other than that, this game is a huge improvement over the original Mario Galaxy. The soundtrack of this game is fantastic. It has that epicness and magic that Nintendo EAD developed games have. That everlasting type of songs that are gonna get stuck to your head for a long time. So great soundtrack, great graphics, super fun and addicting gameplay, very easy to pick up and play. And just like the previous Galaxy game, what I really enjoy about the Galaxy games overall is that they focus on smaller worlds. It's almost like this game has a portable or handheld feel to it, because the levels are really short, and but because they're short, they have several different levels. It's not like Mario 64, where you had, I forgot, I think 15 different levels. In this game, you have way more levels, but I guess the negative about that is that they're smaller, but it works out for this game perfectly. The different galaxies are varied. The landscapes, they all look different. You have levels in in jungles, in water, in volcanoes, in spaceships, and all kinds of crazy environments, which it really adds to the game, because it never gets boring, it never gets repetitive, it never gets tedious. It's a really fun game. Definitely one of the best 3D platformers I've ever played, and that's a very nice compliment in the sense that I did play all those great 3D platformers from the Nintendo 64 era, and Mario Galaxy just shines, and it's really nice to have a modern game in a genre that it's somewhat dying, if you will, because 3D platformers aren't really the hottest gaming genre right now. Although Sony released a Sly Cooper Thieves in Time game recently, which is pretty good. But other than that, I don't think there's too many 3D platformers coming out. So kudos to Nintendo for keeping the I guess the genre alive and with high quality games. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to check this game out. It's really fun, and I guess thank you for watching.